Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 92 of Words of Wisdom. I'm Marlena Moore, personal fulfillment coach and founder of the Time Finder Secrets course, and I'm on a mission to help people pleasers rediscover their self-worth so that they can start putting themselves first and live happy, fulfilling lives. For videos every week to motivate and inspire you to take action and actually live life to the fullest, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you never miss an upload. Today's episode is all about the haters, all about what people say about you and how you can go forth and take that hate and take that criticism and prove them wrong. And this takes me back to a conversation I had with a coworker when I was working at a call center, and I literally worked when the sun came up all the way till the sun went down. I had a 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. schedule, and it was the worst. But that aside, I met a really cool person, and I wish I could remember her name because she was really amazing. And she was telling me about a book that she wanted to write, and she wanted to title it Prove Them Wrong. And it was just, we had this conversation about how people will try to tear us down, will try to tell us that you can't do this, you can't do that, or try to subtly discourage you from doing what it is that you're doing because they may not agree with it, because they don't think you can succeed, or they want to protect you from harm or from being disappointed, so on and so forth. And the point is that you could take all of that stuff and really wreck yourself and really tear yourself apart and really make yourself feel like crap, like essentially, and then just decide to give up simply because you listened to that. But you could flip it on its head and prove them wrong and say, you know what? I'm not going to go through that experience. Or if I do go through that experience, it's not going to stop me. I am going to persevere. No matter what the haters say, no matter what well-meaning people say to me, I'm going to continue to persist. I'm going to continue to move forward, be resilient, and focus on what it is that I want to accomplish. And even with business, with learning a new skill, a career, losing weight, that like you're going to run into people who are going to say, oh, you're not doing it right. Oh, you're going to make mistakes. Oh, you're going to fail. You're this, that. And it may not come directly out of their mouth, but it may be just in like the very subtle things that they say. But as my coworker said, prove them wrong. And this also takes me back to another story where I helped a student who, for all intents and purposes, really struggled with the English regions. And it was really difficult for him, and he had taken it multiple times. Like every time the exam was offered, he was taking it, and he wasn't even getting close to passing. And it was a pretty dismal prospect. He was a senior. He was ready to graduate. He was trying to get a Regents diploma. And I decided that since he was a student, like he was put in my class for like some extra support and things like that, I decided that I would sit with him after school and on the weekends and work with him on his skills for the Regents, work on the essays, the multiple choice, so on and so forth. And we did mock Regents, like we did the whole shebang essentially to help him prepare for the exam. Long story short, he ended up passing the Regents and actually qualifying for, I believe, a college ready score. I think it was like 76, and I think minimum you need is a 75 to be college ready. And that was super amazing because this was a student that was like scoring like 55s, 40s, and things like that on the Regents. And it just goes to show that, like, honestly, and I'm not trying to landblast anyone, but most of the educators felt like he was not going to be able to pass that Regent because of the track record he had, because of the multiple teachers that he had been working with. And it really just took that perseverance, that resilience to kind of prove other people wrong and to actually really stick to a goal and say, I am going to do this no matter what other people say, no matter how many times I failed. It's magic. It's literal magic. And honestly, like, I can't take credit for it. All I did was provide the support. He put in the work. He showed up on weekends to take mock Regents. Like, what kid do you know, especially a senior with senioritis? Like, what kid is coming in and saying, yeah, I can't wait to take a test? Like, no. It's like, why would you want to do that? But it was important to him, and no matter what other people were saying, no matter how he may have thought of his previous experiences and the scores that he received, he was like, I am going to pass the Regents this year before I graduate so that I can get my Regents diploma and move on with my life. And so he did. So moral of the story is that if people are saying bad things to you, or they're saying things to discourage you on your goal-getting journey, go out and prove them wrong, because that's the most wonderful victory that you can experience. Because it's like, wow, it's like, even though people didn't believe in me, even though people tried to discourage me, even though I failed X amount of times, I still succeeded. And this is why I show up for my business every day, or I try to every single day, because I may have failed in the past. I may have had flop launches and embarrassed myself, had tech fails, like literally recording the previous videos from last week. My the audio on my computer connected to my earbuds in my pocket. So if the audio is a little off, it's because I had earbuds in my pocket that were connected to my computer. And so if the audio sounded a little choppy, it's because of that. And I'll put a disclaimer in the other videos anyway. But you're getting this to kind of post-production after those videos have come out. But in case you were wondering, that is the story behind the horrible audio from last week's videos. But regardless, if you come across an instance where people are telling you that you are going to fail, or you shouldn't do this anymore, or look at what you've done. Like, I think about my motivational videos, and I think Les Brown was talking about his experience about how people are telling him, like, why don't you do something else? Because he had flopped and failed and all of that stuff. And like, he was starting to beat himself up. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just have to let it go and just say, no. It's like, I'm going to do this no matter what. And just like the student that I supported during his time of trying to pass the Regents, you just say, no, I'm going to do this anyway. I may have failed. I may have struggled. People may have said their things that they said to me, or maybe discouraged me, or maybe told me to do something else. But at the end of the day, I'm going to do it. So I want to know from you guys in the comments, what's one thing a hater said to you that inspired you to take action? Think about it. What if someone said to you, like, oh, no, you can't do that. Oh, please. Oh, I tried that and I failed. I this, I that. Let me know in the comments, because haters are just as important as people who believe in you, because they can spur you into action, because you're going to go out and say, you know what? No. You don't dictate my life. I dictate my life. And this is how it's going to go down. So let me know in the comments. So as always, thank you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Words of Wisdom, 7 a.m. Eastern. I'll be here. I hope you'll be here too. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye, everyone.